to the Bonneville Power Administration. My understanding is that since BPA has rights of way that date from the 30s and 40s, that there is some problem with the recognition of these as rights of way by the federal agencies. I mean, there's a power line there, they can see it, you built it, but hey, they never officially recognize it, or if they did at the time, they don't have the paperwork. Is that right?
Yes, sir. There's occasional opportunities where we'll have disputes where our pre-existing rights may be unrecognized, either because they're not in the form or of the type that the agencies are looking for now, and they will ask us to reapply for our pre-existing rights.
Okay, and what does reapplying for your existing rights consist of?
It consists of an application to either get a special use authorization from the Forest Service or a Federal Land Management Policy Act right-of-way from the BLM.
That would be as if you were building a new power line, even though you're not.
Correct.
So they could see it, but they say, no, you gotta start from scratch here, right?
My understanding is they are concerned that they don't have the authorization in place for us to be there, and that their expectation is that we will apply, and we've actually managed to do coordination where we will agree on what we will do as a permit without necessarily having to reapply, and that's partly what the national permit that we're working on is let's put aside the disagreement about the existing rights and recognize it's a system that's in place, and here's what we need to do and how we can agree on what the operation and maintenance will be, because that's typically what the issue is. It's not so much the rights, it's the how are we operating and maintaining, and how do we coordinate with them so that they're not surprised as land managers.
And what about what Pacific Corps is proposing here with with this basically vegetative management that's appropriate for that region, that area, but is also requires less maintenance. Do you do any of that?
Yes, we do try to actually promote low-growing vegetation that actually in many cases can benefit some of the local habitat, because if you're looking in a forested area, sometimes this early stage habitat that we need to maintain at the low levels under the lines is actually beneficial.
Exactly. The rarest form of forest in Western Oregon, according to the noted scientists Jerry Franklin and Norm Johnson, is early seral, and early seral doesn't get real tall. So if you would actually be providing a tremendous net benefit were you providing early seral underneath your lines, compensating for the fact that we don't harvest trees anymore and create early seral by not applying herbicides, because on private lands they use herbicides. I'm just Pacific Corps. If you could just, your experience with this, I can't remember what you called it, but the integrated vegetation management or whatever it was.
I wrote the best practices for the International Society of Arboriculture for integrated vegetation management, and the idea is cover type conversion from species that may at some time in their life grow up and interfere with the facilities to others that at no time in their life will. And so the idea is that we work with nature, allow these compatible cover types to take over a right-of-way, so nature does the work that we would otherwise have to do ourselves with intervention, be it mowing, be it spraying, or what have you. So the idea is over time to develop a compatible plant community that is cost-effective and can contribute environmentally, as you pointed out, with early seral forests. Prairie cover types are another one that is endangered in many areas of the country. Meadows. These all provide habitat for songbirds, for pollinators, and others. So it's possible through cover type conversion and through integrated vegetation management to have environmentally beneficial plant communities that are also compatible with the use of the facilities.
And couldn't that be established through a national policy on the part of both of the federal agencies in question here today?
I would hope so. Government, industry, environmental groups, the public all working together, I think we could do something like that, a common sense solution, make it happen.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.